First, I am going to throw light on the general features of Indo-Islamic architecture under the Delhi Sultanate. I am going to discuss threadbare the development of Indo-Islamic architecture under the Delhi Sultanate, and under this I will be throwing light on the various phases, and these various phases represent in fact the various dynasties that ruled the Delhi Sultanate. And as you have come to know that Delhi Sultanate came into existence in early 13th century. And this ended in early 16th century. So here, the development of Indo-Islamic architecture refers to development during this period under the Sultanate of Delhi. So this is the development of 13th, 14th and 15th century mainly. First, I am going to throw light on the general features of Indo-Islamic architecture under the Delhi Sultanate. And all these general features I have already discussed in the previous lecture entitled Indo-Islamic Architecture. But maybe some new points are there. I will be throwing light on. Take a look. The general features. So first is arch, I have discussed. Second is dome, I have discussed. Third is minarets, I have discussed. Fourth is large scale use of stones. Stones emerged as the main building material during this time, and different kinds of stones were used. Fifth is superior quality mortar, and this was the limestone mortar and the gypsum mortar, and I have thrown light on this in the previous lecture. Sixth is new forms of ornamentation, and they are floral designs, geometrical figures, arabesque and calligraphy. I have discussed all of this. Now here I have an image, and that image will give you a broad idea of this new form of ornamentation, that is floral, geometrical, calligraphy and arabesque. Take a look. This is the image of part of Qutub Minar, the tall tower in Delhi, which is the part of the larger Quwwatul Islam mosque complex. And here you find that these forms of ornamentation, what I have just now discussed and I have shown, are visible. Here you find the beautiful representation of these new forms of ornamentation. Here you find floral designs, here you find geometrical designs, here you find calligraphy, here you find arabesque also. So this image gives you a broader idea of the concept what you have already come to know in the previous lecture. And the next feature is incorporation of corbelled arch. I have discussed the concept of corbelled arch in the previous lecture. Lintel, beam, pillars, these concepts I have discussed under the subject trabeate And motifs such as bell, lotus and swastik for decoration, I have discussed. Balconies, kiosk and eaves in many cases. This is, I will be discussing somewhat later in this lecture. So these 7 features can be considered as the general features of the Indo-Islamic architecture that developed under the Delhi Sultanate. And these general features we find almost everywhere, because Indo-Islamic architecture rested on arch, beam, minarets, larger scale use of stones, superior quality mortars, new forms of ornamentation, and in many cases incorporation of certain architectural trends that were existing in India. That is last point.